Hey fantasy football fans, I'm the Fantasy Football Girl and this is Secret Weapons, the show that keeps your fantasy team and football talk on target. Because let's be honest, you'd rather spend 2.5 hours watching Daniel Craig bust heads in the new Bond film than waste the same amount of time listening to Michael Fabiano tell you why you should start Peyton Manning in week 10, blah, blah, blah. So, if you're looking for some key fantasy tips or a few NFL-related talking points, so you can dish about this weekend's biggest box office smash and show off your football IQ at the same time, then this is the show for you. Many of you who have followed me and my vlog since the beginning have asked where my bust bombs and bonuses segment has gone. Well, when coming up with new content for the 2012 season, I decided to include a fantasy matchup in each episode of Secret Weapons instead. But I've heard you and it's back, I promise. So if you guys like it this week, then I'll keep it through the rest of the season. For those of you who are new to the site, Bust Bombs and Bonuses is my weekly take on who to start and who to sit. A bust is, not surprisingly, a player who could disappoint in a given week. A bomb is someone who is likely to produce for fantasy owners, and a bonus is a sleeper or a player who's flying under the radar but has the potential to shine because of a matchup or injuries to other teammates. Now that you've got the info, let's get to it, my bust bomb and bonus for week 10. Carolina Panthers running back Jonathan Stewart has bust written all over him. Now, a few weeks ago, the Panthers head coach, Ron Rivera, said that he had planned to adjust Carolina's offensive strategy and lean on the run game, of which Stewart was supposed to lead. Well, that hasn't exactly happened. Last week in week 9, Stewart carried the ball 10 times, but DeAngelo Williams and Mike Tolbert, the other two backs in this crowded backfield, combined for a total of 9 touches. This running back by committee approach just isn't going to give Stewart enough opportunities to make it count for his fantasy owners. In week 10, the Panthers will host the Denver Broncos, who are giving up an average of 15 fantasy points to running backs. While the matchup might seem tempting, I'd advise fantasy owners to look elsewhere. Ryan Tannehill, the rookie quarterback in Miami, is very likely to throw some bombs this week. He's been progressing nicely and finding the rhythm of the game. Last Sunday, he threw for nearly 300 yards and a touchdown against the Indianapolis Colts. This week, he'll take on the Tennessee Titans, who are just awful, ranked 27th against the pass, and who have given up 20 touchdowns through the air. If you're in a pinch at QB, I'd roll the dice on Tanny. Rounding out my picks this week at the bonus position is the San Diego Chargers wide receiver Denario Alexander. While I take most of what head coach Norv Turner says with a grain of salt, he did go on record saying that he planned to use Alexander more and wants to make him a, quote, big part of the Chargers offense. With fellow receivers Eddie Royal and Robert Meacham banged up, there's a real chance Alexander could see some action. In week 10, the Chargers will play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who struggle through the air and have given up the 3rd most fantasy points to wide receivers. Alexander is certainly a long shot, but not a crazy play by any means. Go ahead and bonus him. Chicago Bears cornerback Charles "Peanut" Tillman stirred up a lot of debate this week when he announced that he may not be able to play in Sunday night's game versus the Houston Texans if his wife were to go into labor with their 4th child. Tillman, who was the NFC Defensive Player for the month of October, is having a career season and is considered an integral part of the Bears' staunch defense. Both teams are in first place in their respective divisions and standing tall with 7-1 records, making Sunday night's matchup a hotbed of conjecture and anxiety. Well, at least for us Bears fans. No need to get too wound up, Chicago. On Thursday, Tillman tweeted that the baby, another girl, is set to arrive on Monday and that fans shouldn't worry and that he'll be there on Sunday. We appreciate it. Oh, and here's to hoping that the Windy City is celebrating a Bears victory and another little peanut come Monday. While I know this show is supposed to be NFL-related news, there's a particular Pee Wee player I have to mention. Yep, I'm talking about 9-year-old Sam, as in Samantha Gordon. You see, Sam is a badass little chick who is not only playing tackle football in an all-boys league, but she is besting the bejesus out of the boys. Her father, Brent, posted a video of Sam in action, highlighting her speed, vision, and break tackle ability. Oh, and so you know, she takes hits just as hard as she gives them. The video has become an internet sensation and was even featured on The View. I personally think it's awesome seeing this little girl live and play fearlessly. And to the naysayers who are quick to point out that in 2 years she'll be dwarfed by the boys, we know boys are bigger than girls. This isn't about that. This is about being inspired by an unexpected expert who will probably never play professional football, but may very well become the NFL's first female offensive coordinator, or better yet, GM. Keep it up, sweet feet. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Secret Weapons, and I'm the Fantasy Football Girl reminding you to always win big.